Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Harebrained Games, The Week in Games. It's March 29th, 2019, and we are absolutely dealing with a strange cacophony of varying weather patterns here up in the Pacific Northwest. The last time we did a Week in Games, it was snowy and cold. The last couple weeks, it's been in the 70s and warm and balmy. Unfortunately, my copy of Snowdonia melted on arrival. Oh, the sadness. Kidding. Anyway, let's get to the news. So anyone who knows the past of Harebrained Games channel knows that one of my most popular reviews, not because of me, but because of the topic matter, was Conquest of Paradise, the game by Kevin McPartland. It's one of my oldest videos. It has the most views of almost any of my videos. And definitely, once again, not because of this visage, but because it was a great game and people really grooved on it. Well, I am excited to tell you that there is a new game finally, after all these years, coming out from the designer of Conquest of Paradise that is absolutely up my alley. It is called Banish the Snakes. It is from GMT Games. It's a cooperative game wherein you assist St. Patrick, that's right, St. Patrick, into converting pagans across the land. You will join with a quorum, a group, as it were, of people to help Patrick. You could play Patrick, I believe. You could play one of his contemporaries. But the idea being to help the pagans across the land learn about the Christian influx, the Christian message. So, fail and the Irish won't save civilization. Succeed and they will. Anyway, it's a perfect storm of the company, GMT, the designer Kevin McPartland, and the premise and play style, because, yeah, my Irish roots are, excited for it. Although there is some kickback on art style and such, but it's very early on. They're just taking orders now for it, but you will expect to see this in the next couple of years. So if you haven't had a chance to go check out gmtgames.com, take a look at it. If it's up your alley and you want to back it, well, that's great. But I am very excited. It's been the most excited I've been since Twilight Struggle, because I really like Conquest of Paradise. Designer's been fantastic, and it's great to finally see him blossom again with another title. In other news, Root, a game that I have long since tried to get to the table with little success, as I've mentioned in the past, now has another expansion beyond the first expansion, which is Crows and Moles. Now, naturally, given my inability to play the base game and the first expansion, it's absolutely assured that I'll be picking this one up too, right? Tomb Raider Legends, a board game based on Tomb Raider. I'm dying to see cut-out cardboard sequences of Laura herself. Now that's, yeah, I don't know. It's 3 to 4 players, 40 minutes, lots of exploring and danger promised. I'm curious. It looks a little, it's got this sort of spinning wheel board. I don't know. We'll see. But it is unique. And on other news, Tokaido, a Tokaido sequel is in the works. That's right. Antoine Boz's Tokaido, it was a meandering, pleasurable, fun-filled, frolicky game of delight and zen. Anyway, I don't know. Have we not consumed enough noodles? Have we rested alongside enough gentle streams? Have we basked in the picturesque lookouts along the side of Japan? Apparently not. Although in this time you're not meandering on foot. Apparently your samurai Szechuan soothsayers have discovered that boats and shrimping and whirlpools that don't suck you into the never void are in vogue. So expect this in late 2019. Dune, a reprint from Gale Force 9. Gale Force 9 did Firefly and Star Trek games that were fairly heavily acclaimed. Not since 1984 have we seen an official update to this game. There have been a lot of fan updates that have supported kind of a thriving black market of goodness for it, but this is exciting times. I'm curious to see what they'll be doing in the next few months. Teotihuacan, or whatever they call it, is a game that I really enjoyed. And now its 2 is getting an expansion, dealing with the late pre-classic period. There's already a heaping helping of iconographic all-you-can-eatness in the base game. So what's to add? Apparently asymmetrical powers, fourth temple, because the first 3 were just not enough to make the horizon bright, seasonal effects, new plans, new techniques, more. Pretty much everything more that's not Glenmore. It's expected in an August release. And finally, we have a Kickstarter that I'm interested in called The Silver River, which, according to the designers, is the name for the Milky Way galaxy. And it is a 4X space game. Yeah, and my initial thought was, I have more 4Xs than Liz Taylor had real Xs, so why do I care? The actual reality is it's borrowed from myth and legends and ideas from real-world examples of what people believe the races in the Milky Way, existed. It's supposed to have a solo mode that doesn't suck, and I'm just a sucker for these games, and this one I think has gotten a lot of acclaim from some of the larger game reviewers, the Dice Tower, etc., which made me even more suspicious, but it turns out it's actually okay. That the game itself looks like it's the real deal of a nice 4X game you can play in 2 hours that has all the elements that you'd expect. I'll be backing it, maybe you will be too. And with that, let's get to my question of the week. Question of the week. I get this a lot. Have you played Cards Against Humanity? And my answer is no. Just not my kind of game. Wow, was that profound or what? Anyway, let's get to my 3 games of the week. Game number 1, Paths of Glory. Now, this came out in 1999. We're talking 20 years ago. So why am I just buying it now? Well, there's a deluxe edition now, and I'm a sucker for war games. I'm a sucker for games. I think we've all guessed this by now. Paths of Glory is one of the originals. In fact, there are elements of it that were taken for my best game of all time, Twilight Struggle, even. And it is a really, really nice war game type World War I simulation that isn't too complex, and yet it isn't too superficial. I will be getting it to the table. I don't know review-wise if I have the gumption to be able to do it, but if you're interested in World War I and you don't mind a medium weight war game, check it out. And speaking of 4Xs, this was on sale on Amazon a couple weeks ago for $9. Burial Stars is like a really tiny distillation of a 4X combat game. You go out there, yeah, it's kind of a 4X game. You're doing, but mostly it's just moving your pieces and shooting at things. So think of it kind of like an arcade 4X, in my opinion. Not bad at all. The pieces are basic. It's sort of like, eating at Denny's. You still get the food. It still, it fills your soul. And finally, we have Gizmos, which took me by surprise because it didn't look very interesting at all to me based on the box. It looked kind of targety, but it turns out this is a clever game, and I like it. If you have someone in your family or life that likes Splendor, and sort of likes that sort of simplistic engine building kind of thing, or you like someone who likes the idea of chaining together long chains. If you've ever played Dominion with someone who just loves to get like 10 actions and 14 buys and 7 draws, and they like to use their entire deck to build these big combos that may or may not win them the game, usually not, but they love that idea. Gizmos is kind of like that. It has this Splendorish type of thing where you're using marbles instead of chits to build up a bit of an arsenal of like color cash, and then you use that to buy cards that then feed a machine that can feed on other machines. And I don't know, it's very clever. Very clever. I'm actually glad I bought it. It was probably about $30, and well worth the money actually. So color me surprised. And with that, let's get to my next segment. Is Tim full of crap? Okay. The next game, alphabetically, in the list of games that I have reviewed in the past was a game called 1066 Tears Too Many Mothers. It was a game that was about oh my gosh, I'll have to read up on it. It was a famous battle. Sorry, that's how legendary it was to me. I rated it a 7, and it had some gorgeous artwork, and it was really cleverly disguised. It was sort of a tower, or a stacking game where you've got stacks of enemies against other stacks, sort of like Battle Line, and you're like fighting against each other. And you can read up on Board Game Geek, but 1066 Tears Too Many Mothers. Was I full of crap? Yes and no. In some ways, I would give it less of a rating because it just hasn't held up. Obviously, I can't even remember what battle it was, although it's going to kill me until I do. And the artwork was okay. The game itself was okay. It was solid. But it just didn't hold up over time. On the other hand, it really, I don't know. At this point, I'd probably give it a 6.5. So I was a half a point full of crap. The other thing is the designer has gone on to create some amazing stuff. His next game, Gloom of Kilforth, is exceptional enough that it very much overshadows this one. Now this one, 1066 Tears to Many Mothers, has had a full-on print last year, and so if you are interested in sort of that quick sort of battle line kind of aspect, it's not a bad game at all, a 6.5. But yeah, so this is the first of the 3 games that I've reviewed so far on this that I think are generally me being slightly full of crap. And with that, we end our week. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to some reviews. I just finished playing Australia, and I will be doing a review of that. Last week I put out a review of Blackout Hong Kong, which I found to be pleasant, despite the fact that it didn't seem to have a lot in the way of imbued theme. And beyond that, I'm going to dive into the mother of games of last year, Cataclysm by GMT Games. Looking forward to checking that one out. And with that, we say sayonara, and see you next time on Harebrained Games.